Hi everyone, and welcome back to Silent No More. Today I guess I feel the need to talk about the magnitude and the stress of not only being a survivor, but being a parent, trying to survive, and being a parent of survivors. I was not the only victim of my ex-husband. 3 of my 4 children were. And I've had an extremely tough week. And I don't feel like I get enough credit for that. I'm not looking for an attaboy, way to go, you were a mom. I feel like I need the pat on the back that says, you made it to Friday, good job. Don't mistake this for depression or anything like that. It's simply just oh my God, holy hell, this is so much, and I am freaking alone. I feel incredibly alone. There's not many people who understand this journey. My advocate's been too busy to talk to me, which is fine because there is unfortunately a shit ton of domestic violence people out there. If you're one of them, knock it the fuck off. Anyway, so I've gone through this last week dealing with my own healing process from surgery, which is fine, has nothing to do with domestic violence, but it's caused a lot of old feelings to resurface, a lot of old fears, a lot of my own nightmare flashbacks, because every time I had surgery when I was married to this man, he left me there. Sometimes he just dumped me off at the door, and then didn't come back, which was super nice. Thanks, Kyle. Other times I was just treated like crap, or I'd be picked up from surgery, and you know how you're supposed to have supervision for 24 hours after you have sedation. He would kick me out of the car in the driveway, not open my door, bring me into the house, literally just shove me out the door. So, I always get anxiety around surgeries because of that. Then to top it off, I have a child who has been sick with some issues, and then she's also been struggling emotionally. She's thinking about this monster way too much. She's having way too many nightmares. She's absolutely terrified that she's going to lose her mom. That I'm suddenly going to be kidnapped or be dead, and she won't have a mommy anymore. And then she wants to know what would happen and who on earth would she talk to, because the only person she wants is me. That is a very hard problem to try and fix for a 9-year-old. I can reassure her until I am blue in the face that I am stronger than Kyle. He is weaker than me. And she's never going to lose her mommy. But I also understand that that's not enough. Words are just words. On top of that, I have another child who's been struggling, but is now struggling even more, as she has kind of started trauma therapy and is unleashing memories and emotions and frustrations, and it's just as bad as it was when my oldest daughter first started coming forward and acting out. It was fucking horrible to see the tears, to see the crying, the running, the hiding under beds, the afraid that he was there, being afraid that he knew that they had said something to me right that second, or said something to somebody right that second, and they were no longer safe, is happening all over again. I'm not complaining. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's exhausting. It's extremely exhausting. It's heartbreaking. When I see her little face, and then think of the little face that she had when he did these things to her, I don't get it. She was a sweet and innocent, beautiful little girl, just like my other children, just like my son, who did absolutely nothing to him. And while he's out on his, bail restrictions, still having fun, not having to deal with a damn thing other than to stay in contact with his public defender, here I am trying to be the glue that holds everybody together and doing it alone. I am the one that they go to. I am the one that they rely on. I am the one that is supposed to save the day. And I've done a pretty good job at that, I think. But at the same time, I'm tired. My heart hurts every time something gets brought up, every time a therapist says they need to talk to me, or a school counselor, or a teacher. Like, my heart just sinks. And then I hear what they have to say, and I almost have to hear it twice, because the first time it's like that, I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm shocked. And then it's like, wait, oh my God, what did you just say to me? Because it's horrible. It's horrible to conceive that there is a man out there who did something to 3 children. Don't even bother with me. 3 kids. The youngest was 3 at the time. The oldest was 6. And he's out walking around with the simple conditions of remaining a law-abiding citizen and not leaving the state of Minnesota without permission, and making sure he's able to be in contact with his lawyer at half a day's notice. Meanwhile, my children are chained inside their souls. Literally chained. They are trapped in this dark, disgusting corner that he put them in. And I know how bad it feels, because I've been in that dark, disgusting corner, as this man used to beat me, rape me, threaten me, and belittle me. And there wasn't a damn thing I could do about it back then. And then I found my voice. And healing takes a long time. I'm still not completely healed. So I get what those visits are to that dark place. I'm a 34-year-old woman. It is a hard place to be. I can't imagine being there at 10, at 9, and at 7. And then people wonder why these kids act out. They wonder why they're terrified. They wonder why they push buttons and why they don't trust people. And unfortunately, we have to talk about things that a lot of people don't talk about as often as we do, such as safety plans and reassurances, and that if you ever feel like you're alone in this world, or that you're fighting something alone, or that this problem is bigger than you, that you will not harm yourself, that you will come to mommy, you will go to Baka, you will go to your aunties, you will go to your cousin, anybody. Just please don't do that. That was a subject that came up again today and yesterday, because there was a student at a school who made some suicide jokes to my kids. Like a pretty well thought out suicide plan for a 10-year-old. I don't know his story. I don't know why he feels that way. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I hope that us bringing it to the counselor's knowledge at school will get him the help he needs and the strength he needs. But that, of course, had to prompt another conversation with my kids about how, we don't joke about things like that, and anytime it's brought up, I'm going to take it seriously. I don't care if you think you're funny. I don't care if you don't mean it. I don't care if it's an exaggeration. Mommy's always going to take this seriously. And please promise me that if you ever feel like your problems are too big, you will at least let me try to fix them once. And it took a while to get that promise out of my son. Because, you know, he wants to just handle things his own way, which is not necessarily really handling them at all. And then he wants to be angry, and he wants Kyle to pay for what he did to him. And he's sitting and wondering when this is going to happen, if it's going to happen. Are people really, 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 really going to hear our voices now? Or is this going to be like a time where they hear our voices and then shut us up? So I've had that on my plate all week, along with my daughter, who's terrified to go to school because she doesn't feel safe there and because she thinks I'm going to die if she's not with me. She called me yesterday from school crying. I had to reassure her at 9:15 a.m. that I was okay, that I was safe, she was safe, and everything was fine. This is not something that parents normally go through. So I'm more than happy to do it for her. It just fucking breaks my heart when I hear that little voice on the phone going, "Mommy, Mommy, I need you, I miss you." Because you know what? It takes me right back to my old fucking house, listening to her cry outside the door with her little fingers underneath while that monster raped me. While he screamed at me to shut her up and make her go away, or he would hurt her. So, yeah, I'm a little bit triggered this week. I'm a little bit overwhelmed this week. I'm a little bit fed up this week. And I'm sorry, but I pray to God you get justice. I pray to God the judge will see you for the monster that you are, for the damage that you have done, for the life sentence you have given these children, because whatever sentence you get, which won't probably be much, will never, ever be enough. I hope to God someday something clicks in your soul and you realize just how disgusting you are. And how in the hell could a husband and a father ever do this and then continue to do it? I hope you find peace somewhere. It's not going to be with us. These kids deserve so much better than to share DNA with you.